Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EU tour, SK Gaming and Krakedons. So Krakedons, funny enough, look like they've taken quite a lot of members from, is it Bipolar Method? Let me just kind of check. It looks possibly like Bipolar Method. Oh, no, Cognitive EU, sorry. So Cognitive Gaming, like Tricks Tank, stuff like that. We'll actually see with you can see the tags. It looks like 3 players from Cognitive EU are actually on Krakedons there. Cuvo Fred, Tricks Tank, and I don't know the top one, Evian. That's what I'm going to call him, Evan. Evian. Okay, so let's just go down what we have for the teams. So we've got Gortak on Bacchus. We've got Exalia on Ra. Suntouch on Isis. Sayo on Naja. He loves Naja. Well, he used to love Naja. Now he's getting it a bit back. And Smek on her. For Krakedons, we have Evian. On Neef. On Agni, we have Tricks Tank. And Formodex. Yeah, Formodex is on Sobek. Qfred on Humbat, and then Exotic on Chunge. So there's your teams, and we should see just in time for the engagement. So we got a Crescent Moon coming out, Leap from Bacchus, Belch of the Gods possibly coming out, but the Isis Spirit Ball manages to catch Chunge's Exotic there, and just pretty much got a first blood straight away. So there wasn't really any kind of like major engagement. They kind of just run away and let Exotic just die. So there was no contesting, it just run and die. And we see a bit more contested. Gore-Tex goes over the wall. Very dangerously done, because to be honest, if Sobek did the charge, could have thrown him into the other team and taken up another kill. So it was definitely a bit weird there. Fair enough, they got the extra kills, so they've got the advantage. So they want to press it a bit harder. Now, what could we see a 2-lane mid and the 2 side lanes single solo lanes? That'd be good to see. I always, to be honest, the way the meta kind of works out, Belch of the Gods goes out and Agni Tricks Tank just uses Path of Flames to get back, just to clear the wave. Obviously, good wave clear if you can get out there and get that. But to be honest, a mid mage versus these two, it's going to be quite a hard push. But I always like it in the current meta, the way the jungler works in this sense. Why not have 2 mid? 2 mid's great, because 2 mids can rotate left or right whenever they need to. If you've got 2 people on one far side, it takes them so long to get to the other side. So it's definitely, it works out better that way. And to be honest, it's always nice to see, and I quite like it. Leap from Gortak didn't actually manage to connect, but then again, doesn't really matter too much. We do see Isis clearing well versus Sobek and Neef there. Clearing well so much. Where's he actually going? No, Suntouch just don't. Now, Suntouch used to be the mid. So, yeah, used to be the mid. So now he's just gone on the left-hand side lane, obviously the long lane. So it's definitely a good lane for him to go on anyway. Just for that extra push as well. Just it's just generally, like I said, the 2 mid is a very good tactic. Good Spirit Ball off onto the Neef just to kind of stun her in place. And we see possibly a little action on the right hand side. Ra really going to town on Exotic. Exalia doing really well, really good work there. Obviously, with that extra slow, you've got a moonlit dance that slow, that the 2 that's coming out of Ra, otherwise it's going to hurt and do a lot. We do see an engagement in the mid lane. Sayo did manage to get a connection with the armillary sash onto Tricks Tank, and then Tricks Tank managed to actually use Path of Flames out of the way, and then we just see Krakedons actually taking the blue buff, just kind of clearing up. Agni's in a lot of trouble in mid. He can't even fight under his tower, and he's only level 4. Tricks Tank's taking so much damage, just can't seem to handle it. This is so much pressure for him. They need to rotate him out. Put a solo laner in there. Probably put Chunge in there, or even bring Neef and Sobek in the place, and then put Agni versus Isis. Now, the longer they delay this, the longer the more chance it gives Isis to get a lead on Agni. Now, well, no, it kind of evens out, really, in some respect. But Isis is doing a lot better job versus the Agni. Agni's only at 2200, and Isis at 2600. So the goal difference is already there. So they need to kind of rotate out quick, match this up. Definitely, like, on the next backs, they need to leap and just forcing out that path of flame, so we can't actually use it to clear the waves, which is definitely very good for SK to actually keep pushing that out. Najjar just waiting around. Fear No Evil popped out and hit no one. What was that all about from COGEU Fred? Why? I'm guessing that was a misclick by any chance, but there was no one there to actually use it on. Don't know what kind of happened there. And now they know that that ultimate is down and actually completely wasted. Hog there managing to... It was Hog or Spear. I'm guessing Hog because the 480 is exactly the Hog damage. Now, we do see Sobek actually has rotated mid to help out Agni, but Neef here does manage to backflip before the silence goes off on Suntouch. Now it's... I'm just trying to get the names right. It's Evian. I'm going with Evian. Evian like the water. Evian. That Ra on a lot of trouble just trying to back out here. Getting pushed down by COGEU Fred. Getting all attacks, but the slow come out from Exalia. He's just going to help him get away. Oh, he still takes the overhand smash damage, but the speed passive from Ra will help him get away from that, and the slow obviously on COGEU Fred will not allow him to catch up. So they're trying to get some ganks on to try and bring themselves back into the game. Obviously, they lost the first blood, so they've got to kind of push a bit harder than the rest. Now, when we compare junglers, COGEU Fred is really behind Najjar. Najjar obviously got the first blood, and yeah, first blood is now up 700 gold on COGEU Fred in junglers, and finished his Heartseeker already. He rushed out a Heartseeker, so this is a slightly weird build. I've never seen a jungler do this, like not even take boots. But then again, the Heartseeker stacks are going to be going up very quickly. Now, it's kind of very dangerous to do this because obviously Najjar can't get away. It's very like an all-in, all-build. Now, COGEU was the guy that kind of the first time I really kind of see it pioneered in the competitive scene. The Najjar mid with the red pot. And, oh, bit of it. Military Sash onto Sobek. Sobek taking it up into the air. Should do loads of damage. Will kill him before he comes down. The armor from On Her going out as well. And Fear No Evil. Fear No Evil come out, but it had no one to actually work on. Trix tank is going to go down to the ISIS 1. And, yeah, COGEU Fred get up there really well. So, SK pushing so hard on this. Actually getting some exceptional ganks off there. Now, Exotic in a lot of trouble. Yeah, he does connect the artillery sashes. One hit kill there because Exotic was so low there. Exalia doing so much damage to him, getting that one out. So now Sio's 201 working out really now. Now COGEU Fred's coming over, could get the overhead smash onto him, does so much damage, there's nowhere for him to go. Neef Ultimate World Weaver will finish this one off. Who will get the last hit? The World Weaver manages to fit the last hit. So Evian actually managed to get the last hit there. Just Sio just standing around too long. To be honest, I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to clear the waves, so the fact that the tower could get pushed a bit harder. Now, he did get caught out by the rotation from COGEU Fred. It just kind of gets unlucky like that sometimes. We do see a stun spirit ball off onto the Evian. Is he not going to backflip? No, just use these two. We got Sobek coming around with a spin. Is he going to manage to hold? There's a lot of minions in the way. Oh, beautiful beads there. Bomb from Suntouch. Throws down the ultimate, do a load of damage. Not too much, but being held in by the one. One's going out there. To be honest, if he pushed a bit harder onto Sobek, probably could have killed him while he was still in his ultimate. But decide not to actually do that and back off and just kind of keep himself half health. Force the Sobek to actually retreat. Four Modex is actually going to back now. People have some really strange names. It's like, oh, right on the right hand side getting ganked, but I will actually let us have a look at that one. Let's just see where it goes. So just Exotic's coming back, and then we see COGEU Fred obviously going to rotate up. Now, because Exalia is playing so aggressive, it does promote really easy ganking here from COGEU Fred. So he's going to come around. Going to wait for the creep wave to come up. Obviously, Ra's going to use his heal back down, use these slow shots, use everything. Fear No Evil comes out, overhand smash, and I believe the ultimate from Exotic did go out as well. We didn't even see it, but there was so much damage went out that it had to be that as well. So a quick, easy pick up there. So they're just Krakedons actually coming back a little bit. Now they've got some gold to catch up, like 1,800 gold, especially at the 8-minute mark. It's quite a substantial little amount. Good artillery slash onto Trix Tank, taking him into the air. Will he have the damage to actually succeed? No, he will not. There's nothing he can do. Now, if he threw the universe ring into that connection, it would have actually done some damage, but he'd already used the universe ring out there. What he's trying to do, to be honest, he wasn't trying to kill. He wasn't trying to kill Trix Tank. What he was trying to do, and he actually succeeded, cause enough damage, enough aggro to actually push him back. Now, Exotic's getting hit by Celestial Beam and a slow. Back out there, missed artillery slash from Sio, but gets hit by a connection of the universe ring. And just kind of nothing else from there. But yeah, he forced Trix Tank out of mid lane, just reducing some of the gold. And there will be a gank possibly coming on mid lane. No, they decided not to actually go for it. Ward coverage. No, the ward coverage is by SK Gaming. We're now starting to see some wards come out, but Krakedon a bit more. Obviously, the counter warding comes out. That's a sentry ward, so they will be able to actually see each other's wards and clear them out if anything actually happens. I'm surprised, though, they didn't rotate Trix Tanks over. Put him up against ISIS. He's probably done alright against ISIS. Would have been kind of interesting, to say the least. See Sobek rotating over. I believe they have seen Sobek rotating over. And we also see on the right hand side lane, just Exalia just going to town on Exotic, just keeping Exotic pushed under the tower and trying to keep all like the gold gain down to a minimum. There's not too much difference in gold and stuff lost. It's more gold gained we like to kind of see. Now Cuvo Fred's rotating over. Now I believe the route he was taking, he was spotted by Exalia, so Exalia has backed off. Now they definitely know where Humbats is right now by the fire giant. Possibly putting a ward down, maybe. Well, the SK Gaming ward does disappear, so we could see on her and anybody actually putting another ward back. The only person that actually has a ward is Formodex and Sobek and Exotic. Actually, they're the only two people that have wards in the game at present. See the boots coming up on Sio, finally coming up. Now the fact he's died once kind of negates the really early Heartseeker. But to be honest, oh, are they going to chase down Humbats? No, Humbats does actually back off and decide not to go for it. So they're just going to keep clearing, keeping these stacks up. Fair enough, the Heartseeker lost some of the stacks, but he wouldn't have had a really great amount of stacks anyway. We do see Exotic rotating over. Could they be going for Gore-Tex? Gore-Tex just hogs the pack and then gets out of the way. Now we see Smek. They're getting caught out by the Fear No Evil. We just see an auto attack. And then the armor from Exotic catches 3 people in place. Gore-Tex is intoxication. On her goes down. Exalia's going down as well, possibly. No, but Barkus goes down, and Trix Tank manages to get out of the back. Sio on the chase. Possibly will do it. Usually his ultimate does miss. I think it was more just kind of like a reactionary to get out, or he just, to be honest, if he'd have hit, he'd have got the kill, but then would have killed up, finished up, and probably got killed. Taking an overhand smash, and a World Weaver coming in, so it's a bit too early, way too early in fact. Good universe ring on it, but Crescent Moon comes in and not too much else. Actually, the way it goes. He kind of didn't know how close Neef was. You've obviously got to adjust the travel time for the weave, and the fact that Sio only has 1 second on that bead, so it's not going to do him, to be honest. What he could have done, and maybe should have waited for, is it to actually hit, like literally have his finger over the button to hit and then go, because then it would have snared him up for the least amount of time. But to be honest, once that snare hit, he was dead. It just wasn't going anywhere. The QO Fred had full boots. Suntouch going in, trying to get the steal, uses the Nojo armor, and the Krakedons actually, no, they still keep it. They keep it away. They keep it. Fetty Flop and Belch of the Gods going out on Evian. Does it Fury as well. Trix Tank's going to stun the lot. No one else going on. And on the left-hand side of the lane, Cuvo Fred just getting taken down by Suntouch. So we got loads of action going on. Definitely like a good action-packed game. 12 minutes in, and we've seen 11 kills. Fantastic. I love games like this. Full-on aggression right from the start. None of this passive crap. Let's go with it. I know SK Gaming quite like their aggression. They like to really push. They don't like to be passive. They like to rotate round quite regularly. And I like the mid stuff going on. Right hand side lane again, just kind of, they're pretty much on top of each other all the time, pushing it out. Crescent Moon. There's no point in healing everybody up, because look at that hill. Just stay in there, brah. Heal up. Carry on. Keep going out. Gets the slow on Exotic. Not much you can kind of really do there. Now, Exotic, has he picked up an active yet? No actives yet. But he's going more damage Exotic. Well, You could say damage, but to be honest, if you're going up against a magic user, you might as well pick up a Void Stone. It's a good defensive item and puts out some damage, so that'll be a focus Void Stone eventually when that's actually finished. Barkus has actually spotted COGEU Fred coming in for the ganks, so Exalia should be backing off now. Has not backed. It's staying around too long. Sayo has actually come in as well, so this could be a 2-on-2, sorry, not a 4-on-4. That's 4. There's a few little people missing for that one. So COGEU Fred decided to back off and actually pick up the buff, and Sayo was picked up by the ward incoming that has actually just run out now as well on the right hand side lane. So that's completely, the right hand side of the map is completely clear of wards. I'd like to see some wards starting to go down, people. A few people are going to start backing and pick up some, hopefully. Sayo probably not. Generally you don't see too many junglers pick up some stuff. Yeah, like I say, we didn't really see it too much come out. So Evia, I'm Evian. Yeah, I'm just going to Evian. That's where I'm going. It may be not an A, but it's going to work for me. Trickstain's getting hit by and Belch of the Gods from Barkus. Didn't actually do any much, but Sayo's coming around from the side. Fear no evil as well. Onto Honor. Honor taking so much damage. Devastating Fury to the face of Sobek. No connection with Universe Ring, and then just Rain of Fire down onto Sayo. So I don't know, actually, the Agni's not doing a lot of damage to Sayo just yet. Oh, that's why. He's only got level 2 Void Stone. When he finishes that focus Void Stone, they'll actually start putting a little bit more damage out onto Sayo. And then Sayo will actually have to worry about Agni's Rain of Fire from then on. Now, the whole of SK Gaming are going to push this tower down. They've got the damage to do it. Flame Spear comes out, gets stunned under there. Isis Spirit Ball and COGEU Fred coming in over the top using the overhand smash onto Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex in a lot of pain. Uses Intoxication, probably hits just one. Najar takes COGEU Fred into the air, will get the kill. Now, when Najar comes down, he's in a bad spot. It needs to get out of the way. Crescent Moon there. Mordex actually gets onto Exalia. Exalia gets thrown back. Spirit Ball connecting onto nobody. Exalia is just taking so much damage from the Flame Wave and needs to go back. Universe Ring bouncing around, but there's creeps there, so it actually won't do much damage to the players. Exotic just chasing down. Smek missing the Impale and then just having a run. So it's time to disengage now. That's it. They've got their kills. They need to leave. They've both... we've got Gore-Tex back. Obviously retreated, got his health back, managed to get out alive. So SK Gaming managed to pick up one extra kill there that basically Krakedons didn't manage to do. Tristan's going to be hit by a Spirit Ball, used the beads actually, jumped on top, gets silenced. Belch of the Gods comes out, will stop him in place as well, and the one from Sun Touch will pick him up. So beautifully lined up stuns actually. Stun, silence, and another stun just to stop him. But he already used the bead, so he couldn't get out of it in the end. We see him used it on the Spirit Ball. And then obviously when you get silenced, he couldn't dash out anymore. Then he got stunned again before he could do anything. It was fantastic. Just kind of perfectly lined up skills that... They're the sort of things that you see in competitive matches that you can't communicate. It's just go to town and players... It's just how players gel well together. It just works out. Some things just work out and it kind of goes... Now, Sayo just backing straight in front of Sobek there, dropping a ward right on top of actually where Sayo was. And then backing off. See the Ra and Exotic still going to town. They love it. Look, here we go. Here we go, kids. We having fun. Just keep going. Crescent Moon's going to start... Yeah, it has finished Focus Void Stone, so it will actually start doing some damage. But Smek is rotating over. Will be able to get the Impale. No, yeah, it does actually go for it. There's a Fury to the face, and a Ra Syrian Pain goes out there. I don't know actually who picked up the kill there. They're always a bit late on... it doesn't last very long. Trickstain actually coming in onto the tower. And now we see Isis going after Neef. Neef just getting put back by a Spirit Ball. Could be a one. Now there's the ult from Isis. Not doing anything, to be honest. It went down so quick. Now we see COGEU Fred coming over. Fear no evil. Overhand smash onto Exalia. Can Exalia get away with it? Misses the monkey toss. Smek is going after him. Leap onto Exalia. Last attack guts for that. Smek is now on the run. Sayo and Gore-Tex right on behind. There's the Armelery Sash onto Trickstanks. Trickstanks go up. Intoxication goes out. And then a monkey toss kills down Najar. Sayo on Najar there. So a 3-1 pickup. Well, actually, no. A 3-0 pickup on the right lane. And Sun Touch managed to pick up Neef on the left lane. So to be honest, let's go back and watch Neef go down as well. Where we was going in that engagement. I kind of seen it carrying on. And what actually happened. So going back. Having a little look. Just use the one. Just go straight for it. Tank it straight up. Goes back. Spirit Ball out. Bang. Beautiful prediction. Obviously, where you see, you know exactly where Neef is going to land when she does the backflip. And yeah, really just went for it. Knew he had the health for it. And then we can just kind of see the finish up on the right-hand side where everybody's backing off. So they pretty much just rotated over to stop SK Gaming actually pushing down the tower. Because that was what's going to happen. If they didn't have done that, that tower would have been dead. Fantastic turnaround though. It's now 10 to 8 kills. Gold is now only a 2k difference. Exactly, it's 2.6. So nearly a 3k difference actually. Other than that, see, Ice is just going to pick up some buffs now. Now it's got to about the 17, 18 minute mark. To be honest, after about like 15 minutes, pretty much buffs are not just the junglers anymore, little gold camps and stuff like that. Anybody can pick them up. You can try and leave them for the jungler if you know the other team's not going to take it. But those middle gold camps, you want to take them as soon as they're up, just to deny that tiny little XP for the opposing team. Now, what we do see is 2 finished Heartseekers on SK side, 1 finished Heartseeker on Krakedons. Yeah, it's Krakedons side. Now, I'd like to have possibly seen a Doom Orb somewhere, but then again, Doom Orbs are still risky. Heartseekers, Doom Orbs, they all have their risks involved because you can lose your stacks, which won't be very nice, especially if you die twice in a row. If you die twice in a row and you got 50 stacks, that is a lot of time you've just lost actually developing the stacks back up. Now, we still see a bit of action on the right hand side. Moonlit Dance actually out of the way. These two are like the best solo laners ever. There's so much action, they're doing so much damage, but because they can heal up so much, they can just keep going. I might want to like player damage stats on these two. So we've got Ra player damage nearly 9k and Exotic player damage 11k, more than anyone else on the team, just purely because he's going at Exalia so much. Now, still going at. Now he actually, because of the focus Void Stone, you can see the Armillary Sash onto Exotic. Ra Searing Pain did really wrong. Fear No Evil comes out there. Exalia takes the overhand smash, and a World Weaver will finish that one and connect off. Now, Exotic did go down to Naja doing that. No, Ra managed to get away with it. Oh my god, he did it. Now we see Agony coming in there, but 2 of SK Gaming are in behind. The one from Isis is actually going to pick up over COGEU Fred before Sayo goes down and actually saves Sayo's life. That rotation was perfect. The Isis ultimate, the Spirit Ball doing nothing, and the Desert Fury doing nothing as well. But this tower has gone down. I was about to say will go down, but it has gone down. So fantastic there. Kind of messed up what they're going to happen with the Ra Searing Pain. To be honest, if Sayo hadn't used his ultimate, they would have died. Probably would have died as well, because he could have used it afterwards. Another action going on. Exalia going in there onto Sobek. Sobek just getting bounced on. 3-on-1 onto there. We do see Smek going after Neef. Does manage to get the stun, but then the beads stop that in place. The one from Isis going out there does loads of damage. One more little hit. Belch of the God should finish that one off. And Sayo managed to get in for that one. But Suntouch is in so much peril. Does go down to the Path of Flames from Agni. Agni's on the run as well. Gets jumped on by Barkus. And then we see Sayo managing to pick up Sobek, as well as Exalia managing to get the Fear No Evil and overhand smash onto Ra. But the Celestial Beam managed to pick up Agni, and now they're being chased down. Can the teleport come out there from COGEU Fred? Can he manage to get there in time? He's got enough damage to do it. Does get a teleport, will go to on her, does hit the damage, but then gets pushed back by the Impale. He cannot do it. They cannot pick up a kill. No, Sayo in the wrong place at the wrong time, using his ultimate to get out of there and survive. Oh my god. My voice. Well, that was fun. Wasn't it? That was fun for me. I'm sure that was fun. That was a very long, drawn-out battle. I do believe SK Gaming kind of come off better in the end, slightly, I think. Yeah, sort of. But it just, everybody was kind of... The respawn time is so low at the minute that people was rejoining the fight while it was still going on. Now, we do see Krakedons going for the Gold Fury, but to be honest, they're not going to be able to kill that before Smek attacks. But they're not even going to leash it. They're going to take it back at half health and keep going. Now, Barkus does have Hog. Level 3 Hog, so they're going to take that one. There's nothing they can kind of do. Go, just hog it. Done. SK Gaming has taken a steal. Fear No Evil going out on Smek and a World Weaver as well. Now, the COGEU Fred going after Gore-Tex. They got the steal, but they lost the double kill to Krakedons. Unbelievable. That Fear No Evil is such a pain. They're going to obviously push down this left-hand tower, which is definitely the right thing to do. Just go in there and take it, son. Just go for it. Go, go, go. Before COGEU and Suntouch actually get here, they can do so much damage in such a quick time. They have to do it. COGEU is already here. So is Exalia. They decided not to go there because of the full creep wave and the minions. And they're getting pushed back, obviously zoned by Sobek as well. Sobek, how's Sobek doing? Sobek just magical protection actually, so if COGEU goes to town on Sobek, they can actually really hurt him, especially with that red buff. They're just going to let this left-hand tower go. They're not even going to contest it. Fair enough, 3v5, it's a bit difficult, especially with all this going on. So, in that short little time, Krakedons have actually, they've not pulled ahead in gold, but they've pulled ahead in objectives. They lost the Gold Fury to SK Gaming, which is pretty much the only reason they're ahead. Okay, that one hog is why you're ahead. Now, you're about 22, 23 minutes into the game. You should have upgraded your hog. Okay? He has picked up Eye of Providence. Sobek's picked up Eye of Providence. I'd have much rather seen hog. Okay? At least level 2. Just so you can contest the objectives. At the minute now, they can't contest any major objective like the Fire Giant or the Gold Fury because Gore-Tex can just hog it. Done. No problem. Unless they get a few like major damage ultimates coming out as well. But I don't see that happening far too much. Just kind of the gracefulness of COGEU here. It's quite nice. Very peaceful. Very peaceful. Cuvo Fred going for the very bruisery jungler type. Going Jotun's Wrath into the Focus Void Blade, then into Shield, which will end up being the Runic Shield as well. Just kind of make him tankier in the fights. He's got the damage potential to put out. And then probably going to go for probably a Deathbringer next, or maybe it's a toss-up. Sometimes they'll just go for just main damage, just for their ultimate, and then they could possibly go for the penetration from Executioner. So it's definitely just down to the jungler. I'd probably see Deathbringer next. That's kind of my hunch. On the right hand side, I just left it. Exotic getting ganked there by COGEU. Going after him. Moonlit Dancer actually got him out of the way. Slow from Ra coming out. Celestial Beam as well. Just going to town there. COGEU. Just that good amount of damage. That full fit. And then the snipe there from the Searing Pain as well. COGEU needs to get out of there. Them creeps are actually doing loads of damage to him, as he actually has no protection. But COGEU building Serenity actually. Goes to getting that extra health. Now Cuvo Fred going after Smek. We do see Suntouch getting pushed back. Throws out his ultimate as well by Sobek. Then we pushes out the 1. Now Smek just kind of back in as well. We see the Neef rotate in. Isis Spirit Ball going out, but everybody's going down. Flame Wave going on the 2 people. Overhand Smash and the 1 from Neef coming out. Suntouch is a dead man. And Puff of Flames there. Exalia has nowhere else to go. COGEU has rotated in all on his own. He can't do it. There's no way you can do that. Armillary Sash onto Trix Tank and then gets taken down by some damage from the Trix Tank there. Probably Puff. No, it wasn't Puff of Flames. It was something else. Smek now in a lot of trouble. Needs to jump over the wall. Cuvo Fred there. Oh, they just didn't see him to the left. Could have actually probably got a kill. But COGEU going into like a 4 or 5 man position there on his own with his team not actually with him, and actually just got him killed. So they kind of SK, I feel that they've got they had a good start, but now they're starting to kind of give it away in the team fights. They're getting like overly aggressive, well, not overly aggressive, they're just getting caught out here and there, just on their engagements. And so Krakedons are actually getting better engagements than SK Gaming are. That's simple enough said, really. That's pretty much it. So let's see if Krakedons can actually push their advantage, keep pushing down. They're ahead in towers, potentially looking at Fire Giant now. We see Cuvo Fred over there was warding it. Could have actually possibly taken it after that engagement. They have the damage, they have the levels, they have the magical protection, they have everything. They could have quite easily taken it, and the fact that everybody was there. What they don't have is a hog. Okay, they've got a level 2 hog now for actually... Formodex is actually picked up level 2, but they still got Gore-Tex's level 3 to worry about. It is 25%, I think the level 3, level 3 is 25%, and the other one's 10%. So he's got 15%, like a whole square and a half of actual Fire Giant health to get that hog down in advance. It's quite a large amount. You need to be careful because I always thought it was like 30%. Oh no, it was 20%. It was 20% before, but now it's 25. Yeah. Which is quite a lot, actually. 25% is a lot on an objective. And then what are they going to do? Are we going to contest the Gold Fury? Everybody's kind of rotating over now. I'm still intrigued by the Serenity onto Sayo. He's obviously using... Oh, going there on his own. Going to tank it. Oh, that's... Manages to dodge the throwback from Sobek there. Where is this engagement going to go? I feel it's going to happen. This engagement's going to go, even though the fact that all the teams are kind of rotating back. I feel that SK want the Gold Fury that much that they're going to go for it. Sayo, see, back in there, using Flamer Spear, going to town on it. Not got the penetration, though, for it. That's his problem. He has got Warrior Tabby Boots and Jotun's Wrath, but that's not a lot when it comes to objectives, especially 27 minutes of the game. The health is going to be quite high, and you can't quite solo it. Earlier on, you can kind of solo it. Now they're gonna pick up the little gold camp here. We're still, it's just a bit of a stalemate. We see Smek actually backing. What's Smek going to buy? Is he going to buy something? No, gets a teleport, gets a couple of potions, doesn't really get anything else. No, gets rid of the potions and picks up a ward, so definitely some weird buying going on there. We see Suntouch as a combat blink as well to get in and out of fights, just depending where he wants. To be honest, I reckon that's to get out of a fight, always. I'm just trying to think what I'd like to see come out of Narjar next. To be honest, Narjar needs to finish up this Serenity for the extra health, also magic protection that it's going to give, and also everybody else. But he's going to have to go Deathbringer next, to be honest. Even though he's got the damage from the Heartseeker, he needs those crits. He needs that 50% critical damage increase just to kind of get anywhere. So he does finish up the Serenity. You can kind of see there 70 feet radius of increased magical and physical protections there on the allies. Spirit Ball going off onto Sobek. Sobek just kind of out of range there of the one. And just kind of backing off. So it's kind of... they've gone into a bit of a stalemate. I don't know at the minute there, but I still feel that SK can really push this. They've got all the DPS for it there. They've got the engagement, and then the fact that there's only 3 people, 4 people now from Kraken are actually coming in. They do get the Suntouch throw. Suntouch is in a lot of trouble. It does get stunned out there. Usually his ultimate will get healed back up. Spirit Ball goes out. We see Exotic get taken up by Narjar. Formodex is actually down in his ultimate. He's getting hit on. Intoxication will finish off. Fear No Evil manages to go down and pick up Suntouch. So much damage. And then Gore-Tex is just using his Aegis there. Does manage to pick up the Gold Fury in all the confusion because he had aggro of it. And they actually need the back. So the World Weaver onto Gore-Tex. To be honest, it would have been better going on Sayo, but they got the wrong target. Universe Ring going out. Manages to pick up Formodex. That Universe Ring is fantastic. Cuvo Fred as well in like a free ring. Rain of Fire going down onto the hill. To be honest, that healing ring is such a big target. It feels good for your players, your allies to sit in it. But to be honest, the Agony Fire, Rain of Fire is so much better for that. So to be honest, we lost. It was a 1-for-1 trade, and SK managed to pick up the Gold Fury. So they're only staying a little bit ahead. But they did lose Suntouch, and the other team only lost the Sobek. Now, we can look at that and go, well, Sobek's only level 16. Denying him XP is very like a good point to do at the minute, because the moment he gets up to level 20, he then starts to get a bit more tanky. At the moment, because he's level 16, he's actually pretty crap. There's nothing that he can really do. He's got magical protection, hasn't finished any physical protection, and just kind of sitting there and will get melted quite easily. As we saw it kind of happen when he was in his ultimate, just kind of lurking around, waiting for the Crocs to go. He just took so much damage. Now we see no wards over on the right hand side for Krakedons, but SK Gaming have put theirs down. Sayo has seen Cuvo Fred, will back off, and actually Cuvo Fred did manage to counter ward Sayo. There, it was quite nice. Also, Cuvo Fred going Baroque of Hope. Instead of like any more damage, he's kind of like, right, I've got enough damage. I feel I just need to survive more. Even though he's got these 2 brawler items, he's going even heavier on it. I definitely would like him to kind of stop after this at least and go for Deathbringer. Well, once he trades in his Bumba's Mask. To be honest, Bumba's Mask can go. There's no need to have Bumba's Mask anymore. Fair enough, it gives you the bit of the mana, but you might as well trade it in. You're level 20, and it's not giving you any kind of benefit. So, yeah, teams are kind of stalling out again. We see Exotic actually picked up Best Plate of Valor, get that cooldown reduction out. Be nice. Artillery Sash on the Tricks Tank. Searing Pain as well. Overhand Smash from COGEU Fred. Doesn't actually connect with anybody. But Tricks Tanks just use Path of Flames just to get out of that. It's so fast. Just dash. Boom. Phew, gone. Get out of there. Get out of there. Just never stay around. I believe he possibly used the bees just to kind of get him out himself a bit quicker. But did take the Searing Pain to the back of the head. It's all nice to actually see in the end. Now, I feel that SK are going to rotate over to the Fire Giant. They are lurking around here. Where are they going to go? They're either going to lurk or they're going to go for Exotic. Exotic's in a bad position now. Going to get completely sandwiched. Does get silenced by Suntrex. Gets stunned as well. Slowed by... The slow does go off and connect with Exotic. I think it didn't work. Searing Pain as well when the Barkus actually chucked her in the air. And then Suntouch managed to get her on the last hit. I don't actually know what ability actually hit it. But it did. It did. So it's a 4-on-5. This is a perfect opportunity for SK Gaming to force the fight and actually force the next engagement to actually take that. Tricks Tank taking a lot of damage from Suntouch. Suntouch is on the wrong side of the fight, to be honest, on the wrong side of the wall. You could have the full 3 team going there. We do see a weave getting exploded there by Evian as well, just pushing that one back. Now, what can happen here? To be honest, what can happen here? We've both got two rank 3 hogs now, and the fact that someone aggroed the Fire Giant. I don't know how that actually happened. They were just kind of standing there. So we see the Sobek going in there, the Spirit Ball as well. Sobek's going to take loads of damage. Fear No Evil coming out there on Suntouch. He gets pushed out. Overhand Smash. There's nothing he can do. Uses beads to actually contest himself. We see Firmadex actually taking so much damage. And we also see Sayo actually picking up Tricks Tank as well. Obviously, he's using his armor, taking it into the air. Firmadex is in a lot of trouble. Does go into the tower range. Backs it off. Searing Pain going out. Doesn't actually connect. And now SK Gaming will go for the Fire Giant. They are going to go for it now. Let's just go. Let's see where it goes. We see COGEU Fred and Evian coming around. Sobek is here as well. Sobek is so low health. What are they going to do? They're just kind of... Exalia and Suntouch are just zoning out to prevent this actually happen. And SK Gaming pretty much pick up that Fire Giant completely uncontested because of that team fight that they just kind of won there and got 2 kills on. So, you can't really contest the Fire Giant when you're 3v5. It's quite difficult unless you suicide in to try and hog it. That's the only way it's going to happen. So, what we should see now is SK Gaming start pushing some objectives, kind of keep going with it, and so on like that. You've got the Fire Giant, pick up your crap, go, and push. If you don't want to waste it, you want to keep going. We do see Girdle of Inner Might on Exotic, so when he throws out that ultimate, it's going to hurt as well, especially with the consecutive stuns. If you can hit like a squishy carry last, that means that carry's like pretty much dead, pretty much good as dead. If the other team can capitalize on it, fantastic. You can't actually stop it coming out. Sayo did go Executioner next, so we see probably Executioner into, well, there's the attack speed. So I don't know where he's going. I don't know where these junglers are going at the minute. So Executioner, fully understandable on Naja. Wants that attack speed. That damage is always really good. They're going to go for the Gold Fury while they're at it. Okay. Understandable. Understandable. It's going to be really quick kill. There's no need to even hog it, but they do. Looked a bit weird. It looked like a proper delay hog as well. I don't know what happened now. Need to start pushing up the left tower though. They all look like they're doing it, but obviously they've got Suntouch and Ra pushing up that Exalia. So there we go, and they can tank it. COGEU Fred is the only one over here. Just tank it, just tank it. Go, you've got the Fire Giant. What are you waiting for? Go! Go, go, go! Stop waiting around. I know you want to be careful, but Jesus. And look how quick it melted. To be honest, you can do the same to this one. You can have a team fight and go straight for that tower. Get rid of it. Let's go. Come on, we want to see some action. They're going in this time. Isis Armor goes out. Just in case there's any damage goes out onto them, that tower is going to melt. Flame Spear coming out from Naja, and then just as it kind of like tickles it with the spear, it dies. We're going to go for the middle tower now. It's good. We're going to rotate over. This is finally what you need to see. Obviously, when... Oh, completely pointless Universe Ring. Probably tried to see if he could pick up them, but didn't in the end. Just backing off. They should be able to pick up the last 2 towers as well. Completely uncontested, to be honest, unless Krakedons actually want to actually force the engagement, which, to be honest, I don't think they want to do. They're behind now quite a bit of gold. Spirit Ball going out. Their Isis armor isn't there anymore, so they can go for it. Sayo, Fear No Evil going out. pushes Gore-Tex up against the tower. Overhand smash, and he does manage to leap out of the way. Will he get away with it? Gets taken up by the Sobek armor. World Weaver going in there, managing to pick up Saya. There's a Celestial Beam going out there, but Celestial Beam actually picked up Sobek in that engagement. We see Smek actually on the run. We also see Suntouch as well, using a perfect Spirit Ball onto Cubo Fred. Cubo Fred chasing after him. We see a Crescent Moon going out. Cubo Fred onto Exalio. Got the teleport on there. And a stun from Agni. Manages to actually... no, didn't pick up that Combat Blink. Manages to get away. And they turn it around onto Exotic. Exotic in trouble. Does manage to get the heals and get out of the way. So we see a 2-for-1 trade there against the Fire Giant team by Krakedons. They actually, rather, they're trying to get the steering plane out, doing a bit of damage, but the heals coming out from Chang'e doing loads of stuff. And they could actually lose the middle tower if they don't kind of contest it. We see Suntouch is actually back. Saya and Gore-Tex just kind of, they just need to hold off for it, really. Firmadex, like I say, in team fights he just melts. So he's just, oh, have we lost? We've got a pause going on here, possibly. So if we just kind of speed it up and... here we go. Right, I'm going to have to just get ready to hold on the pause. It's one of the ones that is a bit sketchy on why stuff is... well, I don't see a disconnect link, so I don't quite understand why that is. So let's just kind of see where we go from there. What's up? What's up? The funny thing is, as soon as it starts going, it'll be like everywhere. So many things we're putting Mr. Kill. So we see Gore-Tex actually disconnected. Now he's back. And look at that. Pause just on the... I paused it just at the right time. 2 seconds to go. So there we go. And then I hit play. Bingo! There we go. Back in the action. We actually missed nothing. And Gore-Tex, that's possibly why Gore-Tex died in that last engagement. Maybe he was disconnected the whole time. May have been. Not too sure. Wasted Chang'e ultimate there. Actually gets Fear No Evil going out, pushing back, doing nothing. But they've managed to get hold of Suntouch. 4-on-1. He's just going to go down. World Weaver actually used though as well. So they've got Fear No Evil, World Weaver. Gore-Tex is actually back. Belch of the Gods on Cubo Fred. Uses the Aegis. Actually stops the Universe Ring hitting him in the face as well. Now they need to slow him down. He does jump over the wall. So Sayo cannot follow. Intoxication manages to hit 3 people. Armillary Sash onto Evian, but doesn't actually finish up and so stun him down. And they are kind of backing off there as well. Sayo does take Evian up into the air, doing so much damage to him, landing him straight down, and then the Searing Pain from Ra does pick that one up. Well, oh, he actually took a damage from Smek. But then the Trix Tank stuns, managing... The SK Gaming are clumping up quite a lot. The Trix Tank's stuns on the Noxious Gas are actually connecting with quite a few of SK Gaming every time it goes off. He's normally getting 3 people every time he does it. So it's not strength in numbers, boys. Kind of spread out. You don't want to be too clumped up, and that's why. All that AoE damage and AoE stuns is going to be a little problematic, to say the least. So, where we go? The Fire Giant's worn off. It's obviously respawned back up. Managed to get out of the way of that kind of Noxious Gas there. They were trying to push the middle tower down to no avail. There wasn't too much they could kind of do. We do see Exotic going Serenity next, actually, instead of like a... well, he's got a magical protection, physical protection, and Serenity kind of counts for both, so it kind of works out well. And it's more health as well. Everyone just kind of... it's pretty much just like a reset that's going on. Everyone's backed. Everyone's bought up. They're going to go clear their buffs now, get a bit more gold. We see SK Gaming is ahead by 8.7k gold. Experience doesn't really matter, as they're all pretty much catching up there. We do see Gore-Tex actually... a surrender vote coming out there. So I think Gore-Tex is actually having disconnection. So there's surrender vote from SK Gaming. Maybe because of that. To be honest, they should still probably go 4-on-5. But we'll see how that goes. They've got it's kind of an even fight still, alright? They do need Gore-Tex. It's going to suck without him. And obviously that was their hog, so they couldn't actually do anything else. Saya was picking up a hog at the end. And unfortunately, SK Gaming lost the game, or surrendered the game, just through to disconnection. So it was a very good action-packed game that had a pretty poor ending and a sad ending. We couldn't really... sometimes you can't help it. It just happens. This is like the round of 8, so... we've got no reason to like see malicious intent, but player damage all pretty even. Like I said, the fight has been really good actually. And there you go. There's your last little bit of Items as well coming out. What was I seeing? Naja pickup. So that was fine. Humbat's there. Didn't even sell off his Bumba's mask yet. And yeah, so obviously, guys, you can find me on youtube.com/RistyUK. Obviously, twitch.tv/RistyUK and Twitter @RistyUK. If you like the video, hit the like button. Obviously, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, and you're going to see loads more of this excellent content, as well as gameplay footage and possibly some guides and a few other projects that I'm working on. And I'll see you guys next time. Have fun. Bye.